Good afternoon or evening. It's kind of close to evening. But hi, welcome on in, everybody. Uh, I have been cooking for a little bit, and I'm finally ready to try something. I have totally not last minute set up something interesting for today. And by last minute, I mean the plan has been in motion for a while. However, I scrambled at the last minute to set everything else up. As I do, I should let the ads roll before immediately starting to talk. The ads are actually playing right now. Oops. My bad. So yeah, I don't know if anyone can actually hear what I'm saying right now, unfortunately. But yeah, I wanted to cover a bunch of games. I'm going to talk about this again once we actually start with the stream properly intro it for the sake of uploading later on. So, and also it's the ads are playing, so no one can really hear this anyway live. However, I want to cover a bunch of childhood games. That's the whole point of this Fox Girls Favorites series. There's a lot of games I don't want to play in full, so I have devised a method to do so. Again, I've been playing this for a long time. Last night at like 5 a.m., I was like, what if I add this? And what if I add that? And then it just kind of piled up and up and up. And yeah. 1 minute, 36 seconds. Oh, hi, Freeze. Again, you can't hear this probably because of the ad. And yeah, we actually have a following emote, courtesy of Shining Silver. So, yay! Again, I was like contemplating whether I should make this a follower or a sub emote. We'll see in the future what else we can come up with for emotes. But I'm very happy with this. And I decided to make it a follower emote just to make it a little bit more accessible to everybody. But again, I'll talk about this once the ad breaks stop. So if you're watching this on the YouTube or on the VOD, there's going to be a lot of redundant information here in a moment. But it's okay. It happens. So, 4 seconds left. Again, I should have just let the ad play and then unmute and start talking instead of talking and having to like fill time. But also, I might as well switch over here at the very least, since I'm going to be talking for a little bit. Obviously, it looks misspelled. I might have misspelled it when relabeling everything, but I guess it is like a one with like the line over it, so it's like, you know, Okami has like the line over it, so it's supposed to be like a long O. It's more like Okami, I'm pretty sure, but yeah. I mean, they say like Okami on the title screen, so, but yeah, Dobutsu no Mori, I think that is technically correct. But hi, we should be out of the ad break, pretty soon at the very least. So, I'm excited for today. Again, I've been putting this in the works for a little bit. But I have a lot of childhood games that I wanted to cover on my channel or on, well, my streams. A lot of them aren't very good, unfortunately, but that might be part of the fun. So, here's the thing. I was putting this list together at like 6 a.m. though. I don't remember how many games I have. I think it's 20, but it might be more or less, just depending on how like absurdly tired I am. But we'll see. So if you want to see a glimpse into the cursed stuff I grew up with, you're in luck. We're gonna get a lot of that today. Alright, we are jumping over to the game at long last. This is going to be interesting. So, to fully explain what this is, I am going to be doing a Bizhawk Shuffler. So this uses an emulator called Bizhawk and a Lua script that basically will allow the game to shuffle at random intervals between a set list of games. So, I have various settings in place already. We have a swap time minimum of 10 seconds and a maximum of 3 minutes. So basically it can switch games anywhere in between that range. There are about 20 games, give or take, from my childhood, and a lot of them are really bad. So this is going to be an interesting look into the kinds of games I grew up with. Let's hope everything works. Oh hey, it works. I was very nervous because I was having a hard time getting it to capture last night. So it looks like the first game we're kicking off with is Dinosaur, which is like that weird CGI movie that Disney put out in like the early 2000s. I actually liked the movie somewhat, and I had a lot of the toys for it. So I must have enjoyed it to some extent. But hi Freeze, hi Lego, hope you're both doing well. Oh, I forgot how bad the music is. I'm glad there's a music off option. That's always a good sign for your soundtrack. To be honest, I don't remember much of this game, so I have no clue how this is going to go. Okay, so this is A, I think. Gather red flowers to heal members of the herd. Okay. So yeah, this is based on the Disney movie. Again, I don't remember too much about that movie. I don't know if it was any good or not. Or if I'd like it nowadays. Probably not. Oh, quaints, okay. Oh, it's coming back to me now. The hitbox on these flowers is garbage. But yeah, I played this game a lot as a kid. Oh, it's switching. Be ready to see this boot screen a lot. There's like 9 or 10 PS1 games in this list, so every time it will play the boot screen for the PS1. How many times will it shuffle in the middle of the PS1 boot screen? I'm very curious. I don't even know what this is, so this has surprised me too. Lego, okay. This could be like 2 games. Hi Son, welcome on in. Oh, okay. Oh, Lego Racer's in here, but I might have bad news for you. I did not grow up with the PS1 version of Lego Racer. I don't know. I'll just leave it at that. This is Rock Raiders. This game is bad, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this game is like pretty infamous. I want to say there's like a Catacris video that goes over this game. Very scathing. But yeah, I grew up with this game too. I mean, that's every game in this shuffler is something I've grown up with. And again, this was actually like the first Lego game that didn't have voice acting, I'm pretty sure, that had kind of the mumble style. So that kind of makes it kind of neat as a novelty. Too bad the game's like not good. But it's interesting, for sure. Very interesting style to it. While this long cutscene plays, I do also want to mention again, now that we're out of the ad break, that we do have a follower emote now, courtesy of Shining Silver, who drew the yippee creature a while ago and gave me permission to add it a while ago, and I just got around to it like last week. So yeah, we didn't even get through the FMV before we switched games to something else. Again, PS1 boot screen will be coming up a lot today. I have no clue what this is. Oh, god damn it. Oh good, we're safe. We're safe from Cubert. Don't worry, we're fine. Oh, so here's another game that I never actually finished. This is Batman Chaos in Gotham for the Game Boy Color. I don't remember how far I got. I mostly used cheat codes. What are we on now? Paramount. Oh, it's Top Gun. So this is a game that I don't like. So there's a whole story to this game. So where I live, there are a couple of like neighbor kids who had a bunch of NES games and gave them to us. Top Gun was one of them. This game is like considered one of the hardest games like ever made of that era. So like there's a part at the end where after you like win, you have to like land back on the aircraft carrier. This is like the most impossible thing to do like ever in a game. Like genuinely, it's like stigmatized. It's like ridiculously hard to pull off. So let's see if I remember after 25 years how this actually works. Hi Mario, welcome on in. But yeah, hopefully we'll get a decent rotation. Again, I was a little bit hesitant to set it at 3 minutes just because I'm a little bit worried we won't see certain games very much. But it should be okay. Maybe motion sickness and also flashing lights warning for some of these games. But again, I almost think setting it to 10 seconds has also led to some very fast turnarounds, which can be funny to be like, oh, hey, Cubert. Oh god, Cubert's gone. I do not have fond memories of Cubert, so I'm very curious to see how that goes. Wow, this... Oh, speaking of games I grew up with, but not the good versions of, I grew up with Toy Story 2 on the Game Boy Color. I never had an N64, and I never had the PS1 version of this game. So yeah, this game sucks, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, this game is a game. That just has the same energy as a man has fallen into the river of Lego City, to be honest. I don't know how to quantify that energy beyond that. Alright, so... Okay. It's coming back to me, I think. Okay, so can you bounce on this? Nope, we're back to Gotham. Cool. The problem with all these games is the openings are so goddamn long that we're barely even getting into gameplay before it switches to another game. I should have said to like 1 to 3 minutes, I think. Buzz is going to be bouncing on it forever. This must be new adventures or something. I've like never seen the animated series, for the record. This is like, I've seen the Mr. Freeze movie and then the Batwoman movie. And that's like my only experience with the animated series. I don't even think I saw like the one that everyone likes. Was it Phantasm something? Again, my experience with Batman is very limited. But I did play this game, and it's interesting actually. I don't think this one's gonna be too bad. But it actually, I think, animates pretty good, all things considered. There's like a gadget system which is really nice. Trying to remember the controls. For this I'm using a DualSense, by the way. Partly just because button layout, because I have a lot of PS1 games on here, and partly because the Xbox controller is loud as hell. Oh wait, we're back to Cubert. Will we get to actual gameplay of Cubert? I've kind of target made this, actually. Back when companies really were proud of their CD logos. Or FMVs. Wow, I don't remember this at all. Like this opening bit, I do not remember. Like, this isn't even nostalgic, I feel, because I don't remember this very well. I remember the gameplay, just not the FMV part. Oh no, I thought of another cursed game on here. I just remembered another game I put on. I'm gonna be filled with regret as soon as it comes out. Another problem is I haven't kept track of what games have come up yet. So that's also a bit awkward from the perspective of not being able to tell when we see all 20 games on the list. Ever think about how Q*bert's like constantly swearing? Okay, it did not switch. Sure. Q*bert's just like me for real. Constantly swearing. Oh, it's coming back to me now. Now I remember this menu. We're playing on easy, I don't trust this game to pull its punches. Honestly, animate. Oh, we're back to Lego. Again, will we get through this cutscene before it switches again? Yeah, it is a very hard game. I never got very far as a kid. I never finished most of these games, to be fair. Most of these games are very challenging for a child. I almost put it on like the NES Rampage, because that was another game that was given by those like neighbor kids. I couldn't even figure out the controls of Rampage. I just rage quit like within the first 5 minutes, I remember. There's one game on it, and god, I wish I could remember because it was a really cute story. But like there's... spoiler, but one of the games on the list is Stuart Little 2 for PS1. It's a game I have a very like fond memory of, but I can't even remember what exactly it was, like the exact quote. But we'll talk about it then. Again, not all of these are games I don't like. Some of these are games that I don't know if they're good, but I do have a soft spot for them. Again, favorites in air quotes, because some of these are genuinely like, I don't think these are good games. Others are like, you know what, this kind of slaps, not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm really curious to see how many of the 20 we get through in 2 to 3 hours. Doesn't help when this cutscene's so goddamn long. But the other feeling I'm going through right now is trying to plan the second one of these, because I can do a second one. I already have an idea to do like one after this for specifically Game Boy Advance. And I have a very specific reason I was kind of thinking about it. Which actually ties into a weird ass story, and I kind of got reminded of it last night. I played a lot of random ass GBA games as a kid. One of the most specific was one that was based on the cartoon series Hi Hi Puffy Yummy Yumi. Part of the reason I thought of this game last night was I was in a Discord call, and they went through like, they watched through like Lucario and the Mystery of Mew, and like Puffy Yummy Yumi do the Japanese ending song for that movie. And I literally bought that game because I was in such a Pokemon craze at the time that I just wanted to buy something tangentially related to Pokemon. Well, we're back to the good old reliable PS1 boot up screen. I will say Bizhawk Shufflers aren't easy to commentate because we're switching so fast. It's like hard to exactly keep my thoughts going. This is Hasbro. Oh no, is this? Oh god, it is. Yeah, PS1 Frogger. This game sucks. I'm gonna be real. I don't think this is a very good game. But I might, in some ways, maybe kind. I don't know, we'll see how it goes, but I remember finding it brutally difficult as a child. And we'll see how it goes this time, though we probably won't get very far, just because of all the shuffles. I don't know how checking for memory cards is gonna work. Okay. Why did this drum beat make me think of Bad Apple? I do not know how to explain that. The top records spell out Bob Marley, which is interesting. Alright, so PS1 Frogger is like in a line. Actually, I don't even know if it's like a good comparison point. But like a lot of wait, that was the end? Or does it just like shoot? Okay. It's almost like it's been 25 years since I played this game. I don't remember what I'm doing exactly. So you just collect them and it just shoots you back to the start? You know, like, that's just so inconvenient. This is like the Banjo-Kazooie, not the Banjo-Kazooie, the Super Mario 64 of Frogger, which is a weird sentence. We're going after this shoot. Oh, well, hey, Toy Story wasn't the only, Toy Story adjacent game I grew up with. I also had this game, Buzz Lightyear Star Command for Game Boy Color. Oh wow, this was Activision? Long ass time ago. Oh, Traveler's Tales too. I don't remember anything about this game other than it's very difficult. So we'll see how this goes. The music is very nostalgic though, I remember that part at least. Oh, I think I was looping? I couldn't tell? Oh wait, it just switched games, that's why. It's like, whoa, that's an abrupt, like, loading. Like, it was mid-sentence, it's like, oh, well, that'd explain it. Oh, is this, I think this is Treasure Planet, if I'm not mistaken. It could be Lion King, because both are on here. But yeah, I think this is Treasure Planet. I should start skipping these, just so we can get the games faster. Hi, Asper, welcome on in. I'm probably gonna be kind of, like, trigger-happy with skipping cutscenes for the PS1 games. So the reason I'm saying that is they have actual scenes from the movie, and I don't want to get in trouble with Disney. So yeah, we're gonna be skipping cutscenes quite a bit here. So we do not get in trouble. Nope, can't watch Treasure Planet the movie on stream as much as I would be down to watch Treasure Planet right now, because that is like one of my favorite Disney movies. It actually might be one of my, like, genuine favorite of the 2D animated ones.
Yes. This is the town of Benbow on the
It's actually voiced, but I do not know if they have the cast in the movie.
You know all that, don't you, Jim? It's not the most exciting place in the galaxy, but we all have to start somewhere.
So, I had the realization, I was testing this a little bit last night, and I kind of had the realization of, is this, like, kind of like Spyro in a way?
Are armored. The only way to open them is
because it's like, you have the treasure chests, you have to collect gems and stuff, you have like a melee, and then you have like a ranged attack. So it's like, this is kind of Spyro-ish, a little bit. Obviously a very loose comparison. Oh, back to Qbert. Game's production values are actually really impressive, even though I don't think the game is going to go very well for us. For this Fox Girls favorite series, I do kind of want to go through games that are kind of stretching the definition of favorite. Like games that I have a soft spot for, but also... Oh. What just happened? Okay, we're over here now. Oh, that killed us. Oh. Oh, that kills you too. I'm also using a D-pad, so I'm having to press diagonals. Ow. We have lost, like, 4 lives on stage 1. There we go. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Again, just having to press diagonals. Is there a way to change that? What is this menu? Rotate right? Use triggers? Like, huh? Also, with the way I have everything set up right now, I do not have, Oh, it's a hub area. I gotcha. That makes sense. Well, we're back in, this game now, I guess. Yeah, this animates really well for a Game Boy Color game, not gonna lie. You have, like, different gadgets, I think with Select? Yeah. Like that. It's very floaty, actually. Like, this charge attack is very floaty. You have, like, a grappling hook. Oh, that goes straight up. You got, like, a smoke bomb, I think. Or a mine, I guess? Again, it's been a bit since I've played this. Alright, that's level 1, I'm pretty sure. Though I think the stages are actually, like, multi-stage. So, like, now we're in the Iceberg Lounge, I think. Or at least I'd assume this is the Iceberg Lounge. It's kind of wild to think about how far games have come in some ways, like... I imagine this would have been really impressive in, like, 2000. Oh, hey, speaking of, Lego Racer, since this was discussed before, yeah, not the most glamorous version, I'd imagine. But this is what, I grew up with, unfortunately. Well, I guess we might as well just start at the beginning. Wow, we only have 1 character. That's very limited. Honestly, not a bad sprite, all things considered. I don't even know what's acceleration on this. Oh, it's A. Well, that's easy enough. Where's this B? This might be B, actually. There are a lot of cases where it's like, I wish I grew up with the console version of games. This is one of those times, I think. I genuinely don't even know if I've seen footage of the PS1 Lego Racer. I'm pretty sure, like, I never got around to looking up, like, what that even looks like. But this sure is a game. I mean, it's got a decent sense of speed for its worth. It's kind of like Sonic Drift in a way. I don't even know what these power-ups do. Yeah, I'm actually, like, doing pretty okay. We're in 2nd place. Never mind, we're in 1st place. Sometimes I wonder what my childhood games say about me, if that makes sense. Like, the games I grew up with and the versions I grew up with, like, what does that say about me? Like, does this explain a lot about the games I enjoy nowadays? I don't know what this says about me, to be honest. I mean, I do like racing games. I do like Mario Kart. But I actually don't really like Mario Kart Super Circuit, which is kind of comparable to this, or Super Mario Kart, for that matter. Mostly because drifting feels bad. I love DS, though, and I love, Wii and Double Dash. Double Dash is, like, super nostalgic for me. I don't know if I'll count it for this series, by the nature of it being, like, kind of hard actually to go back to because of how different the physics are compared to every other Mario Kart. Oh, well, that's awkward. We're back to Dinosaur. That sure is a sprite. How do we switch? Because they're saying to switch, but it literally won't let me? Huh. Yeah, I was gonna say, the long build-up to that made me think PS1. We're running out of PS1 games. I can think of 3 more. So we'll see which of the 3 it is. You know, there's one game that might be a... Oh, never mind, there's 4. We might have a problem with this one, actually. I don't know if you can skip all the cutscenes in this one. Also, the theme song might actually be a problem. Like, when you see Midway, you probably think like Mortal Kombat. No, this is the Muppets. Man, I really did grow up with a lot of racing games as a kid. I don't know how to explain this exactly, but looking back at my childhood... Oh yeah, this is also Traveler's Tales. Looking back at my childhood games, it kind of feels like interesting... Oh. Well, we have been spared of the Muppets, for now at least. What is this walk cycle? Like, what is this little strut that Buzz Lightyear's doing? Also, I remember this really being interesting music, as in... why? Not interesting good, but interesting why. Hey, what the hell? Rude. Is there mid-air jump control? There is. Cool. This is a game I never got very far in for obvious reasons. Is there fall damage? There is not. Good. Oh, everything's trying to kill you in this game. Cool. You can actually just hold the jump button and Buzz will just keep jumping, which is really weird. Like, not when running. It's really peculiar. I think we actually have to get up to the alien on top of that ledge, which is, proving to be difficult, because this game, surprisingly, doesn't play very well. You could have seen that coming. Oh. Oh, we're dead. Oh, we go all the way back to the start. Oh. Okay, am I gauging this correctly? Oh, I remember something real bad about this game, actually. Run and jump are on the same buttons, so, like, to run, you have to, like, press the button, and then, while moving, otherwise you jump. It's really weird. Also, there's SpongeBob. Huh, Vicarious Visions. That is not who I expected to have made this game. I'm gonna be honest. So yeah, this is something about the Lost Spatula, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember playing this game very much. Oddly enough, I associate it with the same trip that I talked about during the Mario Deluxe playthrough. This is the other game I had at the time, I'm pretty sure. I'm not paying attention to the story because I'm not intending to finish this game. This is just basically a framework to do a bunch of rapid-fire, like, quick looks at all these games. Oh. Oh, hey, Squidward. It's just like, okay. Cool. So yeah, you only have, like, 2 hits, apparently, which isn't great. Again, the sprite work ain't bad for, like, Game Boy Color. It must be, like, semi-late. Okay, we have, like, 3 more PS1 games, which is it now? And watch me remember another PS1 game, because that happened last time. Oh, this is Gran Turismo. This is Gran Turismo 2, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if this will cause, like, copyright issues on stream. So I'm gonna skip this just in case. The music might also be a problem with this game. I should probably go in and do this, unfortunately. Because I do not know about the copyright situation of this game. Analog? Oh yeah, you can use like analog. Since there are digital triggers on this. Alright, there we go. Should be safe from copyright. Unfortunately, we will be in complete silence other than car noise. Just this menu sound is nostalgic. Yeah, you see, I don't remember how to play this game. I don't even remember any of these cars, to be honest, like, which I liked, because it's been so many years. Alright, I'm just gonna pick something and we'll see how it goes. I don't promise anything. Yeah. I don't remember how far I got in this game. I mostly just kind of goofed around in it. I didn't really try to finish it as a kid. Honestly, it still looks pretty good for, like, PS1. Like, all things considered, this game looks pretty nice. How? Oh, it's R1 is switch view. Oh no. Oh. Oh god. Oh no. Oh god. It's been a bit since I played a Gran Turismo, and thus I do not remember the physics for these games. I'm surprised I'm only 0.27 seconds behind with how much I spun out earlier, but I am still on easy, so... Shit. Okay. Oh, back to Qbert. Anyway, Qbert. Ah, shit. Yeah. There we go. This is like hard to talk over. I'm actually kind of trying to focus a little bit. Yeah, Gran Turismo is an interesting series for me personally, because I mostly grew up with 2, and then didn't play any until 5 on PS3. Didn't really get much into it, to be honest. And then I haven't played a Gran Turismo since, oddly enough. Oh, I forgot where I spawned in, and so I just jumped straight off the edge. So we're down to 0 lives, which is just great. Hi AC, welcome on in. We are making interesting life choices. This is Qbert, for PS1. This is a game oh. Well, not anymore. Again, it's really interesting how the mumble style kind of originated in this game, because, like, Lego Island has voice work. Wait, actually, is Lego Island in here? 2, because that one was on console. Again, you can always tell it's PS1 if there's a long loading screen. I swear PS1 games load so much worse. Like, you only need to look at, like, the Final Fantasies to know that. Like, the versions of 5 and 6, and also 4 in Chrono Trigger run like absolute trash, because the loading times are so bad between every random encounter. Which, you know, in a turn-based RPG, it's kind of a problem. Okay. Metal requirements, lovely. Selecting character. How do I select a character? I don't know what I pressed. I was trying to switch characters, but it didn't work. I wonder if analog is turned on. If I did select the character. Alright, we only have like 3 PS1 games left, so it's gotta be one of these. I've said the number 3 so many times. I do like the PS1 boot screen. This is probably a copyright nightmare. If I had to make a guess. That doesn't narrow it down to the 3 options, but Hasbro. It actually might be Pong, now that I'm thinking about it, because I do have Pong in here. 3 is your iconic number, but you have 5 I have 5 tails. True. Oh wait, it is Wheel of Fortune. I don't know what the copyright situation on this game is gonna be, so I'm just gonna keep talking right now. Hi! How's everybody doing today? I hope everyone's having a good Monday, and a good week. Oh, never mind, we're safe. And before Lion King, and then I have to keep talking again. But yeah, hope everyone's doing well. I'm having an up and down kind of year, I'm gonna be honest. Saying a day would be a little bit of an understatement. Oh, this is Lion King. Paradox Development. I actually don't know what else they've done. But it's kind of interesting looking at these like PS1 era Disney games, because they all feel very like trying really hard to just be like other franchises. Like this is kind of like a Crash Bandicoot style game from what I remember. If I remember correctly, this is kind of like Crash Bandicoot, but we will see. Oh, I grew up with the Game Boy Color version of Tarzan. I almost put it in here, to be honest. Last moment, I decided, let's not. Tarzan wanted to be DKC so bad. Oh, that makes sense. Again, I don't remember if this shows movie scenes, and if so, are they skippable? They are skippable, thank God. But will we get to gameplay? Never mind, we will not get to gameplay. A1 game. Oh, I know what this is, I think. Atelier Double. Huh. Ah, snowboarding. This game is loud, I think. Yeah, no, that's loud. I'm gonna back up here for a moment. Can I lower that? Because this game is like significantly louder than anything else. They do not let you change that. Cool. Thanks. I hate it. Yeah, this is the one I had. Like the only one I had. I might, how do I lower the volume just for this one game? I don't know if the music will cause problems for this game too, by the nature of being like very obscure. This feels like a Monkey Ball song. Oh, well, like the 2 seconds we heard of it, I guess. Again, I am almost tempted, straight up, to try to figure out how to use Parsec just to do a playthrough of Muppet Party Cruise. I'm not kidding. I'm genuinely tempted to do that, because I've grown up with a lot of Muppets games. My favorite detail is Beaker being the loading bar. It's very, like, on brand, but very funny and charming. I don't know if this game will cause copyright issues either, so, I might just keep talking, because I don't know if I'll actually play the song. So we're just gonna, yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. So yeah, this is interesting, because they have different modes. They have, like, 2 race types. They have a battle mode, they have, like, a stunt mode. I want to say some of them have, like, an open world mode, where you can get collectibles. So yeah, there's some cool stuff in this game, if I recall correctly. I've actually never seen the Muppet Christmas Carol. Fun story. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is one of my favorite tracks. Again, hallelujah, all these games have skippable cutscenes, because we might be in trouble otherwise. Oh, they did Toy Story 2 and Wrath of Cortex. Nice. I would probably recognize the name. Okay, there's only one more PS1 game I can think of on the list, and that'd be Lego Island 2. If it's not Lego Island... Oh wait, Pong. Yeah, we didn't get this yet. Wait, are all the, like, early Hasbro games? How many were there? Because Pong and Cubert are both on here. Hey, speak of the devil. We're gonna die, very soon. Oh, hey, we game over it on the first, like, level, I think. Okay, what's hard mode like? I'm genuinely wondering. This is probably going to be hell, isn't it? So we have to change them all to green. I assume... okay. That doesn't actually seem any different. I like how whenever there's a game I'm like genuinely excited for, it immediately skips off of it, and then we just get stuck on like games I'm like struggling on for the longer batches for this shuffler so far. Oh shit. Well, that works out. Hell if I remember how to play this game. I just remember it was cool. Pun intended. I don't know how to speed up, I don't know how to do tricks. Yeah, this feels like a monkey ball song, to be honest. I always like the texture of the rocks in the background. I don't know why, but they always just look very appealing. Oh. Well, we're back in this hell. Again, maybe it makes sense why I'm not really into Disney anymore. Cause like most of my Disney exposure was like Game Boy Color, and not even like the good versions. Cause like everyone just raves about the PS1 and N64 version of this game. Yeah, as someone who had the GBA or GBC version, not really a fan. I don't even know how to make that jump, truth be told. Yeah, that just killed my jump for some reason. Cause again, run and jump are the same button, so... that's not great. Oh, thank goodness we made it. Now what? Need to collect all the coins? Oh... Can we still move on? Oh, good. So we're not, you know, we're not SOL for not getting all the coins. There are a lot of games that didn't make the cut for this list, to the point where I could do another one potentially. One was one of the Flintstone games on NES, which again was a case of, you know, neighbor kids brought it over. But the problem is, I don't remember which Flintstones game it was. I think it was not Dinosaur Peak, as in the one that costs like an arm and a leg now. I think I grew up with the other one. I don't know Flintstones enough to be able to tell though. Well, Lion King time. Yeah, Dino and Hoppy sounds right. I've tried to look up long plays. They look like the same game to me at a glance. I cannot tell which one is which. Unfortunately.
Good morning.
Yeah, this game is very Crash Bandicoot. If I... Oh. Okay. Someday I'll be able to talk about that. I have a hot take. I like Lion King 2. I actually like Lion King 2 more than Lion King 1 in some ways. It might be nostalgia talking though. Yeah, this is 60 FPS. This game is like really like punching above its weight, and I really respect it for that. I've never finished this game. It's hard as hell. But again, it's a game I respect at the very least. What's that penguin up there? Oh shoot. Oh good, they thought of that. I was very afraid of soft walking, and suddenly Beaker.
So here we are in merry old England.
I wish I were in my merry old bed.
Oh!
Beaker jump scare. Wow, we have a lot of character options here. I don't know who the hell to play. My Muppets, like, days are far over. I have completely fallen out of the Muppets, to be honest. This is a weird-ass starting game. This game is fun, though. I genuinely think it's, like, a decent racer. Hell, if I remember how to play it. Oh! So there's, like, a boost at all times. That's what the gimmick is. You always have a boost, basically. You have two items, one is on L1 and the other's on L2, which is really interesting. You can actually choose which item you want to use, which is not a feature I don't think most kart racers have, even now. I don't know what it says about me that I'm doing better in this game than Gran Turismo. Admittedly, I did play this more than Gran Turismo, but still, it's kind of, interesting. I also grew up with a lot of Star Wars games. The only PS1 game for this, like, naming, I didn't ever play the GBC ones, but I did, well, I was spared of Yoda's Tales, I guess. But, I remember playing Demolition through a rental. Never got very far in it. But I do remember playing a little bit of it. Unfortunately, I never got to try Masters of Terras Kasai, which I hear is like one of the worst fighting games of all time. I would almost be tempted to try that out, not gonna lie, just on the nature of I like playing bad games, therefore, bad fighting game sounds like a trip and a half. That horn sound is like, huh? Oh. Well, that's just a little bit disruptive. Yeah, special moves are kind of broken in this game, I think. I don't know what this frame rate is. It doesn't feel like 30 FPS. It feels lower than 30 FPS. Yeah, special moves are like, just stop racing for like 5 seconds, which is like a good, like, catch-up thing. Yeah, you either save it for a special or like... Oh, okay. I've not heard of the Ravenloft fighting game. I'd be curious to look that up though, because I'm all for at least witnessing bad fighting games. Maybe not playing them. Like, you know, the Capcom Fighting Collection 2 is 2 months from now. I am pretty sure Fighting Jam or Fighting Evolution is not going to be my speed, to be honest, but... Must bring Zini here? Again, I legit can't figure out how to switch characters. Like, nothing will move the menu down. Select, right, left, down. None of the face buttons on this controller do anything. Legit don't know how to switch characters, which is a problem, since we literally are being told to switch characters. I remember having a hand puppet of the main dinosaur from Dinosaur. The things I remember about my childhood... Wait, there's still one more PS1 game. Stuart Little still hasn't come up, somehow. And maybe we haven't recruited the other dinosaurs yet. Or other characters yet. Something like that. But like, I'm genuinely baffled by trying to switch the fops and flops. Hi Nicole, welcome on in. You've missed something. Again, how the hell do I operate this menu? Well, we don't have to worry about that, we're playing Pong now. Let's see, I actually found like a PDF of the manual, I'm pretty sure. One of your herds in need of some restored health. Huh. It's a health menu? Okay. How do you switch characters then? Oh. What the Oh, I don't remember this game. I don't remember this at all. I remember owning it, I remember playing it, I just am like, penguin jump scare. Oh Jesus, this is loose. This is a loose ass paddle. Shoot. Why is there a diamond? Wow, they're just kind of lost by doing by me doing nothing. Sometimes I'll just glow the color, which is confusing. Got a diamond. I don't know what this does. Oh, it gives us a goalie. So these are power-ups in Pong. Not gonna lie, I would actually like to see a modern version of something like this. You know what I want to see? Competitive Pong. Like esports Pong. Not even just esports Pong, what about like... MOBA Pong? Wait, isn't that just Omega Strikers now that I think about it? This table tennis, true. A lot is happening all at once. Neat. That was a lot. A lot to process all at once. This is a video game. Yeah. Oh shoot. You know, when we jump over to Gran Turismo 2, we are going to be in trouble. We almost lost because of the switch. Which would have been very unfortunate.
You're being awfully nice.
Oh, I'm sorry, I meant whiner. Oh!
I'm very glad that Sattler and Waldorf just talk shit every race. More racing games need that. But yeah, the cool thing about this is there's literally like a time trial mode, sort of. But it's literally designed to just like collect stuff, and then you can like meet different characters in these little like race courses, and then if you beat them in the race, then you unlock them. So it's like, it's really cool. Like it's a really fascinating like racing game. I genuinely remember this being very fun. And yeah, it's loose as hell. I don't know if it's like the best kart racer I've ever played. I'm getting a little motion sickness actually, if I'm being real. But it is interesting. We also are coming up on an ad soon, so we'll probably pause real quickly in a moment, and then go to intermission. I'll pause the shuffler if I can. I think that paused it. So, yeah, we'll go to ads and then we'll be back shortly. Hello, we are back, it appears. So we'll jump straight back into it, so we can hopefully get through as many of the games as we can. Again, I don't know if we'll be able to get through everything, just because it's really fixating on a handful of games in particular. I also hope nothing broke. This does seem to be working still, so that's good. I just wanted to check real quick. Jumping into this chaotic mess of a game after, like, a break probably also wasn't the most conducive thing to actually winning this race. But yeah, to my understanding, this is how you unlock characters in this game, is by, like, winning character races. Straight up, I think more games need this. I think more games need some form of unlocking. You know, nowadays, how do you get characters? You just buy DLC, which is just kind of like boring and capitalistic, to be honest. But I really do miss the simple joy in life of actually going through a game and unlocking all the characters. Wow, immediately going into a game over on Frogger. Great start. This is level 1, by the way. Yep, Frogger, PS1. Oh, hydration check. Thank you. Did I ever play Frogger 2? Not to my knowledge. At least I don't think I have. No, I definitely did not. Was that on PS1 also? Yeah, let me unlock a Luigi by having the last digits be the same. Straight up, I like unlocking things. You can call me a master. You can call me Joe Valentine the way I am a master of unlocking. I'm pretty sure that is not a +2 bit. Oh right, they dip. Okay. Shucks. Oh well, we just end up getting both drowned. Someone gets super open. We need to jump ahead. I think you can, like, check out some of the later stages, and, like, you can go out of order, basically. And I think I might do that, just to show how garbage some of these are later on. This is, like, as far as I got organically. I might have used codes to get farther than this. No, wait, you can't actually just choose levels whenever, so I'm pretty sure I just did that. Yeah, this level's a lot. Like, this level kinda sucks, not gonna lie. Well, we won't get to see it. Because we're back to Rock Raiders. I like how every time you click something in the menu, it takes like 10 seconds to load back into it. Now, Ring Racer's having the, like, Smash / just Sakurai style unlock board is super refreshing. So yeah, I definitely missed that a lot. God, this is a long ass loading time. I'm gonna take a drink. Thank you for the hydrate check. I don't know if that was audible or not. I do have a noise gate turned on. Oh wait, this is a sliding puzzle. I forgot that this is how this works. Wild. Imagine a loading screen being this absurdly long, and you can do a whole ass sliding puzzle before it actually loads. That's not a good sign. You don't let you skip all of them, but they let you skip most. Yeah, some Ring Racers I hear is very, very challenging. If I do a game clearing, I'm gonna start it over, just because it's been too long. I do not remember how to play the game. And I would also like to do the full tutorial, also. Do I remember anything of how to play this game? Absolutely not. What even are the controls? I know you get a drill at some point, but hell if I remember how. Yeah, Grand Prix aren't exactly great at the moment. Yeah. This is like weird. What a weird way to change the camera. You have to like hold left trigger and then like left and right. Again, I don't have analog turned on. Oh. We are back to the Bob of Sponge. Hell if I remember how to do anything in this game, by the way. Oh, hi Plankton. Yep, I had this game. Legend of the Golden Spatula. It is a game of all time. Why is Mr. Krabs' head so small? Is that Springlebab? Indeed it is. At least it wasn't Super Sponge. Is Super Sponge really that bad? This is kind of a bop, not gonna lie. Look at him dancing. Like, I appreciate this goofy-ass animation. Not gonna lie. I love when games have, like, cool idle animations. Hi, Pearl. Is Pearl voiced by the boss from MGS3? I'm trying to remember if that's, like, actually a thing or not. Oh, hi. There's Mrs. Puff. Yeah, Mermaid Man, but no Barnacle Boy. Oh, hey, we're at Goo Lagoon. I don't remember what the hell I'm doing in this game. It's been like 25 years. Again, so I remember playing this like interchangeably with Mario Bros. Deluxe to give a time frame, and that was like the first game I really owned that was like my own. So like, God, it's been a long time. Oh, this feels bad. This feels real bad. Not gonna lie. This does not feel fun to play. I have had a spatula. Oh, that is not a good strategy. I don't know if I'd play Battlefield Bikini Bottom. Oh, frick. This scuffed this whole race. Almost forgot we were doing this. No music because I'm pretty sure it'd cause copyright problems, unfortunately. I am using the D-pad, by the way, so that's the other problem. I'm not using analog. To be fair, it's sometimes interesting to learn that sometimes nothing really changes. Sometimes, hey, your childhood experience with a game, yeah, no, it's still kind of like what current day me is going through, because this is how I remember every GT going for me. That's why I played 5 very briefly, and then bailed on it. Like the campaign, quote-unquote, or career mode at least, because I just could not wrap my head around it, and I would have been older at that point. That was like PS3 era. I would have been like 15, and I still could not process Grand Theft Auto, not Grand Theft Auto, Gran Turismo. I make that mistake so many times. Oh yeah, the go-karting mode was very fun. Never even played Forza ever. No, that's not entirely true. I played a demo of Horizon. That was on like Xbox Store, like 360. Alright, hey, we caught up at least. I like Need for Speed. I've only played Most Wanted 2010 though, and never finished it. I just basically played a little bit of it, the borrowed copy. I'm so baffled by this game. Apparently we need to find the other friends to actually finish the level. I have no clue where the hell to find them. Oh, never mind, that was really easy. How do we switch though? There we go. Why won't it actually... Oh, this is for healing. Oh. Gotcha. I don't even really know what to say about this game at this point. We've been stuck on stage 1 this entire time. Hey, speaking of being stuck on stage 1 the entire time... Oh, that's a big-ass scorpion. I'm pretty sure this game gave me a fear of, like, bugs. And also slugs, to be honest. Like, genuinely, I think this is where my aversion is. What game was that? That was the Game Boy Color adaptation of the Disney movie Dinosaur. Which is a really interesting CGI, early CGI Disney movie from like 2000 or something. I tried to set up a thing to actually display with the name of the game on screen. I could not format it properly, and it was like 6 AM, so I'm like, I'm just gonna go to bed, and I'll just answer if anyone has any questions. This Lego has really broad shoulders, and a really tiny head for a Lego. Where the hell's the red crystal? Oh hey, we actually finished the level. We have gotten farther in this game than I thought we would. This is not me joking, by the way. This is me being completely serious. I was not expecting much of any positive... Oh yeah, this game has awful passwords, by the way. Like, absolutely ridiculous passwords. I remember trying to write all this stuff down, which sucked. But this is one of those games that actually had a manual space. How come if arrow point down, Lego Man go up? The age-old question. But yeah, like genuinely, for the longest time, I'm still not super great about them. This game gave me a fear of slugs, not even gonna lie. Maybe an aversion is a better word than a fear. Oh, the passwords for Crash 1, yeah. Well, back to Atari. 10 points to win. Will we actually get to do any of Wheel of Fortune is something I'm interested in. I actually want to organize that at some point now that I think about it. Like going through the PS, like do a stream of the PS1 Wheel of Fortune, because that's the version I grew up with. And also I think it'd be interesting just because it's like old, so like the puzzles might be really dated in a way that could be really funny. Oh, hell. What the hell just happened? Why'd they score 5 points? I'm so confused. This is a lot to take in. These pedals are so squishy. I don't think I've ever heard of skull monkeys, actually. Oh, it's designed... Oh, you want to force all of the... like... You want to force the balls to all be on their side of the court. That's what the gimmick is. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the next set piece, just to get some variety in. If If it'll let me. I don't know if it actually will let me is the problem. Never mind, we're back to Buzz Lightyear and Star Command. Oh no, I'm remembering this game now. Oh. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, it's coming back to me. For better or worse. So, I grew up with this show also, like the actual cartoon for this. I watched it quite a bit from what I remember. And I liked it decently enough. I don't think I could tell you anything about it. There's a movie too, I'm pretty sure. This game is not good. I can already tell you. This game is bad. Last PS1 game? Is this mouse time finally? Translate the console gameplay mostly well. Oh, was it on console? I was not aware. Oh, it's Lego Island. Again, every time I think this is the last PS1 game. And we keep running into more PS1 games. This has to be Lego Island, though. Yep. I grew up with both, the original and this. I wouldn't play Island Extreme until like late PS2. I actually didn't like it. Like, truth be told, I thought Island Extreme was like extremely not fun. But part of it could just be, you know, when you play a game as a child, it's really cool and exciting, but then when you go and play like a sequel as an adult, it's like, wow, this is actually kind of lame. And frankly, Lego Island 2 isn't very well liked. If I could for a Bizhawk Shuffler, Lego Island 1 would have been my first choice for this. However, again, PC game, that's not doable. I'm pretty sure there's a recomp for Lego Island now. I'll have to check that out at some point, if that is real. I could've sworn there's something like a recomp for it, which... that's another thing on the pipeline eventually, on the docket eventually, is Unleashed. However, I'm torn, because if... For this series, you know, Fox Girls Favorites, as I have dubbed, I don't even know if I'm gonna stick with that name. I like the alliteration of it, but... I can't decide if it's a good name or not. But anyway, if we actually do Sonic Unleashed for this series, it'll be the Wii version, because that's the version I have nostalgia for. I like the 360 version better nowadays, but I will always have a soft spot for that original. This is a case of, I know we will never get the gameplay because of this. We need to watch the cutscenes. The voice acting is too iconic. Yeah, the PS2 version is Wii version, but like 360p. So it's really not great. I genuinely would like a remaster of Wii versions of games. Like, we got Force Unleashed, the Wii version specifically, which is great in my opinion because the PC version is on Steam. You can still play the PC version, no problem. Or the HD version, no problem. So like, actually porting the Wii version of Unleashed, I think was actually a good call. And by Unleashed, I mean Star Wars Unleashed, not Sonic Unleashed. You know, 2008 was the era of like every game having the subtitle Unleashed, it feels like. So anyway, Frogger. This is not the best game, if you ask me. We can't. I don't even know what these bottom levels are. I've never seen them like once in my life. I'm pretty sure. Interesting names. I'm trying to figure out if that's like a reference. This level's hot garbage. This level's actually like the worst. Which is why I went straight to it, because it's a great way to demonstrate why I both have this game burned into my subconscious and also hate this game. Yeah, Unleashed, the Unleashed recomp is really great, and they even like open sourced all the tools. So hypothetically, people could make more recomps of other 360 games. I genuinely wish that team would have gone and also have done 06, because I have a selfish desire to have a more accurate version of 06 readily available, rather than 06, Project 06, which while I respect it, Project 06 is very different in a lot of ways from core Sonic 06, and I actually think I would like a more, like, classic, true to the same game type of experience. But again, maybe I'm just a weirdo who likes Sonic 06 and will swear by the game actually being, like, fun. Like, actually, I enjoy 06. And I would like a recomp, because literally my only real beef with the game is the load times are too long. I can live with everything else. As much horrible jank as there is in 06, I can actually make do with the game as is, because I'm used to it. I was on a call yesterday, and someone was playing Super Mario Sunshine, and this was like the first time they'd ever finished Super Mario Sunshine. It was like really interesting to see, because 06 is kind of in the same boat, where it's like, I think I've just been playing 06 for so long that I don't recognize how bad it is. And like, I almost think Sunshine's in a similar boat in some ways, where... Okay, not to say Sunshine is as bad as 06, because, you know, I mean, I'm probably gonna play that next time for this series. I don't know if I'll do 100% or not. I've talked about this before, but it's just... I like Sunshine 100%. I'm like a weirdo who actually enjoys 100%ing this game. However, for the sake of actually getting through my childhood favorites in a reasonable amount of time, I might just kind of skip ahead to other things and just do like everything except the blue coins is probably what I do. The other big question about this series is, what do I do for Galaxy? Do I play the game once and then just keep my old file that has Luigi unlocked? Or alternatively, do I beat the game on my own time and then just do a total Luigi playthrough of it? I actively have not decided which route I'm gonna go with that. So yeah, we've seen most of the games. I want to say there's still like a couple Game Boy Color games we're still missing. But we have seen most of the games on the list, and the one NES game was Top Gun. And we unfortunately did not see it very much because came and went very quickly. However, I do hope we get a chance to at least try to land a plane, because that is an iconic part of the game. For better or worse. Yeah, I might just try to unlock everything on my own and do a Luigi playthrough. I think that'd be the sensible move, but part of me just... I feel like I don't do Mario playthroughs of Galaxy very much. Like, I almost feel like I just play more as Luigi. Alright, and Galaxy 2 is a whole other beast. Alright, we're back, finally, to the Lion King. Oh no, the startup. Oh god. Like, I don't know how visible it is, but like, if you're turning, Simba has to like do the turn and then start running. It's really disgusting. Like, how bad momentum feels in this game. Mr. You even have a crash roll. I forgot about that. Got a little roar. It's kind of useless as child Simba, but once you get to like growing up Simba, I think it actually does attack enemies. Yeah, it's very Crash Bandicoot. I think there's even a chase level later on.
To become a great king, you gotta
Assuming this is Nala, right? again, I'm not really a Lion King fan. I know this is kind of sacrilege, but I'm really not like super into Lion King. I think it's just kind of okay. Yeah, I almost feel like Treasure Planet is more Spyro, but again, there's like side-scroller levels in this that feel very Crash Bandicoot, and again, I think there's a chase level at some point. This is, okay, it's not tank controls because he will eventually start moving, but the way that he has this like training animation first, it feels like tank controls almost. Like legit, it almost feels like tank controls. Yeah, I think Lilo and Stitch is also kind of like Crash. God, this feels awful. I remember really liking this game as a kid, and now I'm like, what the hell are these controls?
To protect you.
Ow. Just casually dropping a rock on whatever the dinosaur from this movie's. I never got to play Lilo and Stitch. I love Lilo and Stitch though. However, I never got to actually play the game for it. Tried renting it one time, the disc was completely scuffed. So I was never able to get anywhere in that game. So basically, if a character dies, you can use the red flowers to heal them.
To scare your enemies.
Can a demo disc of it?
Be a great king, Simba.
Thanks, Dad. I can't wait to roar like you.
Yeah, no, this game does not. Oh my god, you even have. Is this Donkey Kong Country? You have letters.
Excellent.
It's like Donkey Kong Country in 2D and playing like hot garbage.
Oh, little Simba, you must learn to defeat.
What's that little shimmy he's doing though?
Press the roll button to attack your enemies.
Thanks, Uncle Scar. Now I can fight all by myself.
He's kind of grooving over there. Yeah, you have like a claw attack while stationary, I think. Oh, you also have a roll. Wow, this really is just DKC. I did a roll jump by accident. Oh, hi, Scar. Wow, you got here real fast.
By pouncing then. To use your pounce attack, press the jump button, then press the roll button once you are in the air.
Okay, this doesn't make sense. Why on a PlayStation? Is this game only on PlayStation? Oh, shoot. You know a game I've never actually played? I have never played the Ridge Racer, except the demo, I think on PS3 like one time. See, my issue is I keep spinning out for some reason. Oh, hi, it's been a bit. Yeah, I feel like this game is kind of Spyro-ish. Because you have like the different power-up, well, again, mostly just because you have like some things you have to break with like range, and other things you have to break with melee, and then you also have like gems. It's a loose connection, I fully admit, but again, this just makes me think Spyro. Legit do enjoy this game though. I'd almost be curious to play through the whole game to see if I still like it. Okay. Heck, if I remember, like, the plot of the movie, it's been like 10 years since I've seen it. All I remember is, I'm pretty sure this game... I'm pretty sure this movie, awoke something in me. It's like, you know, me liking... me being a fox girl on the internet, it's like, you know what, this makes a lot more sense because of Captain Amelia. Yeah, I remember this game being adequate. There's also a PS2 version. It's a totally different game though.
Crates are vulnerable to any form of attack you inflict upon them, be it from the employment of your
This doesn't
agent
play
or your
great, I'm gonna be honest.
This door appears to be locked, Jim. Looks like
But
you'll
it's
need to zap a switch.
serviceable, I'd say. Okay, I thought we had another level unlocked, but I guess we don't? Oh wait, we did. It just wasn't switching for some reason. I don't like how animated these Pong Pals are. There's something kind of disturbing about it. I don't know how to describe it. Wait, I'm red, okay. I was very confused for a second, like, wait a minute, what am I doing? This is like cool, but also like really weird. Cause it's like you have two paddles. Like, I think this would feel better if each person had their own paddle. Again, given how much I've spun out, I'm almost amazed we're not doing that bad. Case in point! Oh god, that's bad timing. I think this is the end of the race too, so we ain't saving this one. Again, part of it's just I'm playing like not great. Again, a miracle that we're only 3 seconds behind. I will fully concede though, not having music just kind of makes us feel a little bit empty. Like, it feels very unsatisfying to play Gran Turismo with no music. Alright, so that car is not for me. We'll try to figure out some other combo that works better. It's also a 2-disc game, which I feel like was kind of mind-blowing for me at the time. Where it's like, oh my god, like, a game on 2 discs. This was always my favorite. Like, genuinely, this was always my favorite, vehicle in the game. Like, not even kidding. I just think it's very funny driving around in a minivan. I don't even know if this is, like, supposed to be a minivan. But it's what I think of with it. It's like completely impractical to race in, but I just think it's funny, so you always go with it. You also have manual transmission as an option. Almost tempted to try that. Why is it called high-speed ring if it's not a ring? So yeah, I'm noticing a problem with this vehicle. It's so slow that I can't really make any ground. Oh shoot, well, we have jump cut to Dead Frogger. I think I'm getting motion sick from these menus, actually. Oh, let's check this. It's complete. Let's get the farthest away first. But yeah, I've compiled a list of like my favorite games to do for this series. It's a disgustingly long list, I'm gonna be honest. Which isn't a problem from the standpoint of, hey, I'll never run out of streaming content. However, it's a problem from the standpoint of, oh, when will I ever have time to play all these games? Especially like Xenoblade, that's the one I'm most worried about, is Xenoblade, just because it's so gosh darn long. How am I gonna get through 2 Xenoblades, let alone 3? No, that's a lie. I could do Toyna too. I could do X also, just to make my life even more complicated. I'm actually kind of trying to lock in here a little bit, I think. There we go. Hey look, we beat one stage of Frogger. So now we have less time, and it looks like everything is moving faster. Oh, there's an alligator now. Yeah, no, this is rough. And you also have an alligator popping out to try to eat you as you, like, get one of the frogs. It's like, this is disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. This game is just rude. Hey, we finally got a high score at least. I do not know how we got a high score. I gotta treat Fox like it's my last name. It is not, to clarify, but it's just funny signing things like this. Yeah, race mode, that seems great. Let's do this game, but with 2 people having to go through the 7th ring of hell. You know, something I'm almost tempted to do, that's a terrible idea, is if once we've seen all the games... Oh, you can actually crouch walk. That's cute, actually. Yeah, I'm not really into SpongeBob anymore, to be totally honest. I even tried playing Battle for Bikini Bottom again recently, and I kinda wasn't into it. Like, to clarify, I had an alright time with it, but I also was like, not, like, over the moon about the game. Like, as a kid, I really enjoyed Battle for Bikini Bottom. As an adult, I'm just kinda like, that's alright. I'm actually having a hard time thinking, like, what's the worst game that I've picked for today? I'm actually struggling a bit. I don't even know what I'd say for best game. This is up there for, like, bottom tier of what we've played today. General sightings would say this is worst. Yeah. Yeah, we're already at the toy barn. We're making good time. Oh yeah, that deals damage, like just getting hit by a piece of paper floating in the wind. If anything, this is making me want to go through Kingdom Hearts. I know that's a weird segue, but it's true. I have never actually played Kingdom Hearts 3, and I know I should. Okay. But best? Again, the game I have the most, like, the best memory of is the one that we haven't even seen yet today, because that's just how my luck rolls. Like, we've seen, like, 30 seconds of Wheel of Fortune. I almost feel like taking out some of the really bad games from the list, just to give others a chance, because I think we've gotten as much mileage out of Dinosaur as we can. And I kind of feel like we've gotten as much mileage out of this as we can. What is this? And can I interact with it? Half of that was just Kingdom Hearts 2? Oh no. So, true story, I actually got through a bunch of Kingdom Hearts before 3 came out. I was trying to catch up, basically. I had all the collections. I tried Chain of Memories very briefly and then just skipped ahead to 2, I'm pretty sure. And then I tried Dream Drop Distance, did Traverse Town, and was really not feeling it. So I burnt out because I actually 100%ed Aqua's route in Birth by Sleep. So, yeah, I needed a break from Kingdom Hearts, but now I've gotten to the point of like, oh well, now I forgot what happened, so now I need to play the games again. Yeah, I don't know how I got a pair of slugs out of Rock Raiders. That is like the most specific thing, and I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, those like genuinely freaked me out, like real bad as a kid. I've never been Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 2. I've also never been Lingering Will. Based on that descriptor, it doesn't sound like I'm ever going to. Jesus, that sounds like a time. I remember having the Rock Raider sets though. They're probably still in a bin somewhere. We have a lot of the old Legos that I had. The only problem is space, so, you know, downsizing to a small apartment. So, like, I don't have any room to actually display any Legos. I just kind of have everything. Everything's just kind of tucked away somewhere. Most likely to be sold, because the chances of getting enough room is very slim. Hey, have I ever mentioned that sliding puzzles are the bane of my existence? Speaking of which, Professor Layton will probably come up at some point in this series. So you get to see me struggling with slide puzzles live. I don't know how to do Professor Layton, to be honest, just because I've played the game already. I've played them, they're not blind playthroughs, therefore will they still be entertaining, given that I know some of the solutions. I say some because there are definitely some that I do not remember and will not remember. Rock Raiders is proving to be one where I'm like, you know what? I'm actually impressing myself. I'm doing better at this game than I thought I would. The bar is very low, and yet I'm actually not doing too bad. I say as I'm stuck on a wall. So I see the gem over there. It won't let me dig this wall though. This one is breakable. Must be another one to get into that chamber. Yeah, I'm almost wondering if this is where I got my fear of like arachnids from. Because I don't really like arachnids. By the way, Indiana Jones in the Great Circle is fun. I say only somewhat sarcastically as I talk about arachnids, but I did finish the game recently, and I had a great time with it. A lot of fun. Again, my only big issue with Great Circle is it's a Bethesda game. It's got some glitchiness to it. Also, just like, I don't like the first person because motion sickness and like vertigo at times is a problem for me, so Great Circle definitely did throw me off, like, in terms of motion sickness a few times. Specifically looking at menus in Great Circle was not fun because of having to look down and then like the motion while you're moving and looking at like the map screen is just really disorienting. Other than that, the game was great. And again, I had literally gotten a Game Pass like free month like a year ago, and I just held on to it, and I was like, I'm gonna wait until Indie comes out, and I did, and it was great. So now I'm working on a couple other like small Game Pass games while I have the code still. Gonna try to get through Little Kitty Big City, for example. Also downloaded like Blinks the Time Sweeper of all things, because I'm just morbidly curious to see like how that is, given it's by well, would that have been Artoon directly, or would it be what became Artoon? That's too early to even get our zest, to be honest. Was it good use of Game Pass? Yeah, it was a great game. Probably my current favorite game of the year. Not from this year, but of games I've played this year, it's probably my current favorite. Followed by Kitsune Tales. I've only finished 5 games this year, in all fairness. So, My game clearing is falling behind. I might actually increase the frequency of game clearing streams. Like, you know, I have 2 main staple like series on my channel. I might do more game clearing, just from the standpoint of I really would like to finish more games. For game clearing streams, the 2 games I'm most eyeing at the moment are like Psychonauts and Devil May Cry. Believe it or not, I've never finished the original Devil May Cry. I've only played 4 actually, which is like really weird. I feel like that doesn't really make sense to play 4 before the others, so like, I genuinely wonder how I feel about Dante, since I'm so used to Nero. Oh, are we finally getting our final PS1 game? I think we're finally getting our final PS1 game. Unless there's another one I'm forgetting. We're still missing a Game Boy Color game for sure. This might also be a copyright problem. Wait, Sony Computer Entertainment presents? Like, this was Sony published? I don't remember that. I guess it was... Huh. Weird. I didn't know this was sort of first party in a way. Well, learn something new every day. But I have a soft spot for this game and movie, to be honest. I remember like seeing this movie, I want to say for my birthday. I think it was the same birthday I got a Game Boy Advance too. Oops, I didn't know D-pad skipped cutscenes too. That's awkward. But I remember playing this game one time when my grandparents were visiting, and I was like very excited about this game, and they were like, it was like, I remember my grandfather in particular was like very supportive of like me playing this game, and yet also very much clearly did not know what was going on. But just, it was a very sweet moment, and just something I thought of while organizing the list of games for this. I do wonder how they would feel about me in my current state of being, shall we say. My current feeling is I don't know if they would have quite understood the concept of me transitioning, but I think, you know, this set of grandparents would have understood. Or at least not understood, but at least respected it. My other set of grandparents, on the other hand, definitely would not have respected it. As they don't even respect a lot of the other life choices, frankly. Yeah, interesting feelings. Again, at least we barely saw Stuart Little enough for me to actually mention that story. I don't know if we'll see any more of that game, but I do remember enjoying that game. Sentimental value-wise, Stuart Little might be my favorite. But there's the problem of we've barely seen it, so the games today, it's kind of hard to judge. A couple of the games I just know well enough that I can basically rate them anyway. Lego Island 2 is one where I could pretty easily put that in a ranking, just because I've played the game semi-recently. Hell if I know when we'll see the final Game Boy Color game. Again, we keep getting Toy Story 2 for some reason. It's like, oh, can't even get, like, something particularly good. That's how shufflers usually work, I would assume. It's just not getting what you want. Again, I can never decide with a game like this if I'm impressed or, like, completely not impressed. Because it's like, oh wow, this game is kind of impressive in some ways, and it's like kind of horrifying in other ways. Oh shoot, that just blew up. Okay, oh hey, a repair for our vehicle. That would've been great, like, you know, before it blew up. I also realized it's getting so dark in my room, because I don't have many lights on at the moment, that the tracking is probably gonna completely freak out in a moment. We're almost to an ad break, so I'll go turn on the light after this. I don't even know how long I'm gonna keep going. I at least want to go until we see the last couple games. But again, hell if I know when that'll be. This is a game that exists. I am now snowboarding, apparently. So yeah, mild regret at the structure of this particular stream concept from the perspective of setting the timers the way I did. I think I would have raised the minimum to like 20 seconds or maybe 30 seconds and set the maximum time to 2 minutes instead of 3 minutes. Otherwise, I think this was a fun idea. It's just, I do feel like the shuffles aren't quite happening the way I would like them to, ideally, but hey, live and learn. So I always feel like 10 seconds has led to a lot of games just briefly appearing and then immediately sliding out. While 3 minutes on the upper bound kind of means that some games overstay their welcome. So yeah, definitely would like to tweak this and maybe do some more shufflers. I have an idea at some point, maybe like a sub, well, not a sub, but like some kind of incentive or something. A special shuffler where I basically ask all my friends to give me games for a shuffler. It will probably be very cursed, knowing my friends. So it'll probably give me games that, in some cases, are probably pretty nice. In other cases, are probably, like, not the kindest games to give to someone. But I welcome it. I would welcome the chaos. You know, like Bubsy 3D or something. Yeah, that is an actual idea I've had for a while, is trying to ask friends to submit for a rando, or a shuffler, but again, just gotta figure out the timing for that. Wow, this game is loud compared to everything else we've played. Like, jeez. I'm gonna check something really quick. We're coming up on an ad anyway. Oh, instant replay, cool. The thing we just saw spread out over the course of an hour. Can you just end? Yeah, you can. I can just do this, but again, almost including the fox part is just funny to me for some reason. Wait, is it just doing the same race again? Okay, that's a choice. Oh, there were sound options there. Why aren't there sound options here? Or is it just mono or stereo? That's weird. Oh, back to dinosaur. The other idea I have that's very cursed is like an archipelago. Pack mods used to do a shuffler race where one person would pick games. I remember that. Vaguely. Oh, that's a sound. Oh no. I'd like to have this a dedicated button to make this god-awful sound. And this is what we... Oh. Neat. I thought we were going in circles, so I forgot we're in level 2 now. Genuinely. Briefly forgot that. Yeah, that's another option, is to try to rope friends into it as well, to be subjected to these games too. But that requires a lot of setup. Oh hey, the last game, I think. You know, last game asterisk. It's Arthur. I grew up with this game. This was like a really early game I had. It's like beatable in like 20 minutes. I keep like jokingly suggesting it for like John to do for a game clearing because it's so short. You've seen that. You've seen that. Definitely seen that. I've seen a lot of Pong, a lot of Cubert. Snowboarding, yes. Yeah, we've seen every game, albeit some, like, for a microsecond before it immediately skips to something else. But yeah, we have actually seen every game. Also, ad is coming up soon, so I'm actually gonna pause that for now, and we'll be back for a little bit more of this before we wrap up. Hi, we are back. My voice is dying though, oh my god. I don't know why. It's almost like I've been talking in voice calls for like days straight. By the way, I didn't pause the emulator properly, so it did skip over to the next game, which is more Treasure Planet, which I have no objections to. The movie itself, I really don't remember much about, to be honest. I remember liking, this is like, again, top tier Disney in my opinion. I've never seen Atlantis though. I should. Or maybe I have and it's been too long, but Atlantis is one on the list of like, I should probably watch that, shouldn't I? Yeah, these are kind of like little sandboxes where you just go around collecting everything. What button is... There's a hub? I forgot there was a hub, actually. Probably would have loved Treasure Planet had you watched it as a kid. Yeah, I grew up with it, so I definitely have a lot of nostalgia. Ooh, okay. I like the vibe of this movie. I think I'd like the vibe of Atlantis too, in all fairness. This is a game I wouldn't mind playing in full, potentially. But again, you do have the problem of no cutscenes. Without cutscenes, I feel like it wouldn't quite be the same, to be honest. Like, it wouldn't really be as, like, satisfying without, like, the movie scenes, but, copyright. I'd probably like hearing. I don't know who that is, but probably. I'm apparently very predictable with my tastes. Like, what is this idle animation? He's just kind of grooving.
Jim, you're a strong lad, so climbing poles and other cylindrical objects is perfectly within your capabilities.
If anything, this is making me want to play Spyro. I have Reignited. I know some would argue whether those are good versions to play or not, but it's like... I'm almost tempted to try to play through the Spyro games. My only question, and I have this with a couple of game clearings, I could use Spyro 2 for game clearing. That would make sense. However, would it make sense to play Spyro 2 on stream without playing Spyro 1 on stream? And even more so, would it make sense to play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on stream without playing,
If you stand on one of those paths...
without playing, Remake on stream? Oh. I was having fun. Dang it. We haven't seen Wheel of Fortune for a really long time. We didn't even get to do anything in it. I think Wheel of Fortune came up at least. I want to say it did. Rebirth does offer a very basic recap. I've thought about doing another series where I basically revisit games I'm lukewarm on, or don't like, to see if my opinion changes. I have been in Spyro 1, which is why I'm, like, torn, because, like, would it make sense to just skip Spyro 1? Spyro less so than FF7, obviously, because that's, like, an RPG, but it's also, like, 100 hours, so... Also, Rebirth on stream's a horrible idea. I only stream, like, usually 3 hours a week, let alone like if I can manage a second stream like 6 hours a week. Rebirth would take like a year to finish. Okay, that's not what we're supposed to go. I have no clue where to go here. I'm so confused. I've also never played Intergrade. Would Intergrade count as its own game, though? Oh, that was an upper path. Okay. Because I feel like it has its own credits and is frankly long enough to potentially count as its own game. So, like, I could just do Intergrade as a game player. I don't know if that'd be odd, but I would probably like to do the base game. But again, I need to get a more consistent schedule. My only problem is I like hanging out with my friends, and like they usually meet up on the times when I want to stream. Like Wednesday is the big one where, you know, Wednesday makes sense for me, timing-wise. However, it's like, yeah, friends are usually hanging out and I want to hang out with them. And we died. Oh, that's a kind of messed up game over screen. I don't remember the password. So we're not using the password apparently. Oh, this was on easy. I am way more concerned about this game. Yeah, like, this is on the lowest difficulty, and we are still struggling. Now we're back to Frogger. I think we're getting close to wrapping up for today, in all fairness, just based on the standpoint of, like, I don't know how much more of these games I can take, to be honest. I feel like I'm gonna need, like, time to just recuperate from some of these. I'm actually not feeling like stressed or anything, to clarify, because that might sound very concerning when I put it that way. It's not like that per se, but I do feel like playing quote-unquote bad games like this is a lot more draining than playing a game I actually like. But again, this does have the benefit of at least being games I have a lot of, you know, I was gonna say fond memories. I think that's too generous for this game. We'll just say memories and leave it at that. These are games that have left an imprint on me during my childhood. Whether they're good or not is a whole other discussion, potentially. Hey.
Your brother George has built...
Finally back to Stuart Little. Yeah, again, I already kind of finished the story doing something else, but I do definitely associate this game with my grandparents visiting that one time.
Try this to jump over the next step in front of you.
This is a game I wouldn't mind revisiting, actually, in full, just to see how it holds up. I think we can kind of divide most of the games up into, like, that structure. Like, instead of, like, good, bad, you know, tier ranking. Oh, we have a double jump. Interesting. I forgot about that. But like, dividing these up into like, you know, would I want to do a full playthrough of this? Like, this I'd be tempted to do a full playthrough of just to see if it holds up. Treasure Planet, same thing. I almost want to play more of like Batman, Chaos and Gotham. I'm almost curious to see how that goes. But I also don't think it would go well. I think I'd get bodied by the later stages.
Climb over this wall behind me if you use your double jump skill. You'll be able to grab the top of the wall and then
wait, we weren't supposed to double jump those ledges? This is where we're supposed to learn about the double jump? I'm very confused. Because I could not figure out how to climb that ledge without double jumping. We got apples, and we can throw them at things, probably. Huh, okay, R1 is dash. L1 is HUD. I guess we're gonna have to talk to the bird. Her name is Margot, right?
You may have to defend yourself against Falcon's minions, Stuart. So you're going to have to learn how to protect
see.
yourself. Small objects
It
like
is
this
square,
one
but they
can
just don't let you
blow your
use this
pressing
move
the
until you talk to
Pick
her.
some up and try knocking out some of the targets next to us. If you run out of ammo,
Okay, maybe this game isn't that
some more.
outstanding, but again, it is sentimental. Maybe these don't break or have any feedback to them. I swear the throwing sound sounds like the the homing attack from Sonic Adventure 2 onwards. Missed one. There we go.
Great throwing, Stuart. If you stand on top of the tree trunk, I'll
Oh,
show you how to
I was getting ahead of myself. Honestly, doesn't even look bad for PS1, not gonna lie. It's obviously not, you know, the best looking game I've ever seen, but it honestly doesn't look too... Oh. That is a choice for buttons for throwing something. Late 2000... Oh, late one, 2002? Well, yeah, that would explain it. Final Fantasy 10 would have been out by that point. Like, that's a... Like, Super Mario Sunshine would have been out by that point. Probably. Maybe not, depending on if it was, like, early 2002. But that also makes sense because, if I saw it before getting a Game Boy Advance, that would line up time-wise. 2002, 2003, somewhere in there. Actually... might be conflating two different stories. I swear there's a situation where it was like my birthday and I had to choose between two movies, and the two movies in theaters at the time were Spy Kids 2 and Stuart Little 2, I want to say. And then I decided to not see Spy Kids 2 because it would be too scary in theaters. So I ended up seeing Stuart Little instead and enjoyed it. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that same birthday would have gotten a Game Boy Advance with Mario Kart Super Circuit. That is one on the list of like, I feel like it's important enough for me to cover in this series. I don't know if I want to subject myself to it though. Again, we might just do a Game Boy Advance shuffler at some point, as an excuse to go through games like that I don't really feel inspired to play in full. Because truth be told, Super Circuit's rough. Like, I actually don't think it's a bad game. I think it's one of my least favorite Mario Karts, but I remember getting really good at it as a kid. I just have no clue how the hell to play it now as an adult who has played like DS and Double Dash and Wii and 8 to the point where it's like, yeah, my main issue with Super Circuit and also Super Mario Kart is they play so differently than modern Mario Kart that everything just kind of feels bad. It's dated, which doesn't necessarily equate to bad. You're at a disadvantage by playing Yoshi? Huh. Well, that might explain some things about my Super Circuit experiences. I think I mostly played Yoshi. Nowadays, I'd probably play Peach. Again, I feel like I went through a phase where I mostly tried to play male characters. I sometimes wonder how much of that was just me trying to, like, prove something to myself, but... either way, nowadays I tend to... like, in my, like, teen years, I started skewing more towards playing female characters. When I was like a really young kid, I mostly played male characters and like kind of refused to play female characters, which again is a little bit ironic in hindsight.
Camera right together, you will see through.
Yeah, this is gonna suck. Having to hold these both down is like, why not just put it on one or the other? Like, genuinely.
Excellent, Stuart. You should have no problems dealing with Falcon's minions with shooting like that. Come and
Second
meet me near the
attack.
fence so I can teach you your second
I
attack.
feel like there's something called second attack, and I don't know what it is. Am I thinking Third Impact?
If you press your tail whip button, you will
Oh,
spin
right,
around
I
and
remember
nearby
this now.
objects with your tail.
Actually, I think there's like giant spiders in this game, which is kind of interesting. I wonder if this is where I got my fear of spiders from.
Try your new skill on the objects beside us.
Like, that would explain it, potentially. Oh, sudden mood whiplash. Oh, Bomberman second attack. Ah, thank you. I was like, why do I feel like there's someone called that? I've actually never played a Bomberman beyond, one instance on a sponsored stream. Because I literally got a code from John, I think, because of winning a giveaway. So I have Super Bomberman R2. I only played it during that segment, and then didn't ever play it again. I think I reinstalled it to try to finish it, at least the story mode. But yeah, that is how I own a Bomberman game, period. Someday. That's like one of the only times I've won it. That's not even true anymore. Like, I can't even say that. I won an Xbox, and like a couple of years ago, I want to say. Like, just here and there, I've won a couple little odds and ends, but in general, I don't usually win. Like, oh hey, look, like a racer, it's been 3,000 years. It genuinely feels like we saw this at the beginning, and oh hey, Top Gun. Speaking of games you haven't seen for a while. This game is not easy, which again is why it kind of imprinted itself onto me so strongly, is because it is so notoriously difficult. And as a child, this game, like, really threw me for a loop, I think. Again, I really wish I could remember which of the two Flintstones games it was. I'm pretty sure it was the rescue one, instead of the one that's $1,000, unfortunately. Either way, I wish I still had my old NES games, because they're so valuable nowadays. Oh, why am I getting a danger warning? Like, this is really technically impressive for NES. It plays not great. Ow. Yeah, no. It's like, I'd rather be playing like Star Fox 2 or something like that in terms of like first-person flight games. And I don't even like Star Fox 1 or 2 just because the frame rate is so abysmally low. Oh, I died. Do you have to do everything over? Probably. A game of this era? Probably. Oh, we're going like 500 miles an hour. We're going like Sonic speed. We have missiles. I should have thought of that sooner. We aren't even going to get to the part that I struggled with. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, back to this. This does not play great. I wonder if playing it on like a DualShock layout would work better.
If you jump up to a cliff and hang from the edge, you can pull yourself up by pressing the jump button. Thanks, Nala. That'll come in handy.
Just casually collecting letters from a name. Again, it's kind of interesting when you have a licensed game that just kind of wears its inspiration on its sleeve like this. Genuinely, like, super neat, in my opinion, but also very shameless. But yeah, I remember 100%ing this game as a kid. Like, straight up. Rip. I forgot how the controls work, because it had been a hot minute since we had played. But yeah, you can kind of save yourself in midair, which is interesting. I don't know if I got all the tokens. I think I missed some. It's fine.
You still have much to learn, son.
But yeah, I definitely missed a few things in that stage, but it's okay.
everything the
Oh, can't watch that. Yeah, okay, we did miss a few things, but it's okay. Again, this would also be one that would be mildly tempted to try to play them, like, either on my own time or on stream, just to see how it holds up. Because, yeah, it's been literally decades since I've played this, and I remember enjoying it a lot, but right now I'm like, wow, this is rough to control. This kinda controls like garbage. Again, mainly it almost feels tank controlled. That's my biggest gripe with it. Other than that, it's not too bad. Why is there a startup on a 2D level? Like, what's happening? Like, sometimes there's startup, other times there aren't. You never understood why old like movie license games do that? Wait, do what? I'm not entirely checked in at the moment, I don't think. So I don't quite remember what I said that you're referring to, unfortunately. Again, this is one I'd almost like to finish because, you know, of the childhood games, of the childhood games, this is one that I think is one, more doable to actually beat. Two, oh, show clips of the movie, yeah. It's just kind of a copyright nightmare now. The other thing I think about is like the old Star Wars movie games, where they would show like, scenes from like episode 3. See, that's a game that's a problem, because I've seen streams of LEGO Star Wars, like the complete saga, and like muting the music doesn't mute like certain cutscenes, so there's still a problem with like copyright. I'll have to check on my own time, like to check the 360 version to see how that is specifically. But LEGO Star Wars might be a copyright risk, as much as that is an important game from my childhood. Oh, we died. You know, if I was like, you know, actually good at planning things, what I should have done is have codes on standby to actually like show the later levels of all these games. So yeah, I definitely should have had more foresight. By the time I look up a code for this game, it's going to switch to the next game. I guarantee it. Yeah, I think this is New Batman Adventures. In terms of basis. Wow, I cannot find any codes on this game through a quick search. I need to type more specifically, apparently. Wow, navigating on the phone is interesting. And yeah, that is the case. Like, the episode 3 movie game did have the benefit of showing parts of the movie before the movie was even out. So that was kind of neat. This level? Shit. Well, we'll see that later, maybe, if we go back to it eventually. Back to Buzz Lightyear. We had the bizarre realization that in some ways this sort of qualifies as the first shmup I played. And I don't know how to feel about this realization, though it's not really a shmup, to be fair. It's more of a top-down, like, game. This legally qualifies as music, I think. Does the water kill us? It does not, it just pushes us, that's good. Again, I only remembered really playing this game, just the general vibe of it. I don't remember specifics very well. Why can't I go past the panel? So confused. I do feel like, oh shoot, we're back to Pong. I will say, one thing about this shuffler that's really messing with my head is frame rate. Like, going from a game that's running like absolute, like, molasses to a game that's running at 60 FPS is the most jarring thing, is actually throwing me off real bad. Like, my opinion on frame rate isn't actually that crucial to me, as long as 1, it's consistent, and 2, I have time to get used to it within this single game. So for example, if a game always runs at like 30 FPS, I can get used to it. If it dips wildly, that's not great. Or if it's like, you know, like the Switch 2D Zelda games, like Grezzo, Link's Awakening Remake, and Echoes of Wisdom have like a VSync problem where it will go from like 60 to 30 and like constantly waver. And that's the part that's disconcerting about 30 FPS, when it's not a consistent 30 FPS. Or in this case, it keeps going up in frame rate and then back down at wild intervals. I say this as someone who really likes Link's Awakening and actually Echoes of Wisdom as well. Oh shoot, alright, you can do that. If you have a full charge, you can just warp. You can just bullet bill whenever, if you have a full meter. Would've been nice to remember that sooner, probably. There's a hidden path over here. Yeah, genres that need reaction time, like, I would be curious to see what a fighting game in 30 FPS would feel like. It'd probably feel pretty bad. Okay. I have a... Huh? What? Okay. What did I just do? And I still can't... Oh, I paused and immediately switched games, so it's like, oh, that's confusing. That was an interesting boss fight. It really doesn't give you any feedback if you're doing an okay job or not. Oh, that's a mine, that's not a power-up, okay. Okay, these are just really short range, got it. This is one of those where I'm like, you know, needless to say, I never beat most of these games. Most of these games are just like, yeah, I grew up with them, played them a bunch, did not finish them. Who the fuck is this race car shoulders? I actually don't... I mean, this is Buzz Lightyear. I don't know who we're fighting. You need full yellow? Oh. Oh. Well, that is counterintuitive, that missiles are... I like how we went from Buzz Lightyear to Toy Story. It's like, you can't make this up. Oh. PS1 version is similar but 3D. Oh. I might have to look into that actually. I'm almost curious to see if it's how it compares. Cause oh boy, this is a game. I also would be curious of the PS1 version of, you know, Toy Story 2, because this is also a game that I hear very good things about, and this version is not good. Okay. Not really getting a lot of chance to see some of these games at the moment. Oh wait, you can jump! Oh, that's on square? Triangles look back. Circles drift. So yeah, I think if you beat a character, you actually unlock them. I think it also shows some scene from like the show or a movie that's relevant. Maybe not. It's actually good that it doesn't. I mean, tells me the Game Boy Color version wasn't animated with Silicon graphic computers. Yeah, that seems like a safe bet. This even goes up to Muppets Through Space, which is interesting. Yeah, this is just the movies. Which stage am I looking for? I feel like I'm looking for a specific stage and I can't find it. Again, going from a game at 60 FPS down to 30 is like, my head is not liking this. Again, I don't even think this is 30, I think this is lower. Yeah, if anything, this was a fun experiment of a shuffler, because I've never done a shuffler before. Oh, it's not a time limit. Oh. This really is just Spyro, isn't it? It's funny, actually, I hadn't really made the connection until booting up, like, last night and being like, huh, you know, this is kind of just Spyro. And when you think about it that way, it's like, oh, so many of the mechanics make more sense now. How the hell do I jump up there? Oops, accidentally selected erase, because I switched back. Again, we cannot watch the Muppet movie on stream.
What do we have to do to see a good show around here?
Avoid the frog and his friends.
Oh!
What if Spyro was named Jim? My favorite Spyro character, Jim Hawkins. That's not a lot to take in. But again, there's like a fully functional battle mode and everything. And like getting to explore and like find the different characters and collectibles. Like this game is actually like genuinely kind of cool. Again, I don't know if I'd want to do a full playthrough of this game or play it more extensively than this. But I am actually very much enjoying this. Like, because I haven't played this game like in 20 years. Longer, actually. Probably more like, I don't know, 20 years is probably accurate. I don't know if this is actually close enough to the actual Muppet song to cause copyright issues. Yeah, I noticed like Clifford was like right on my tail the entire time. It's like completely relentless. Actually, I don't know what charging up that would do. I guess I would let you deal some free damage, so that is actually kind of helpful. There's also a target there, which I think there's like a secret underneath. Again, there's also like Muppets On with the Show that I also grew up with, but again, I might do a separate Game Boy Advance shuffler at some point, because I have enough GBA games to just do an entire shuffler of that. Oh shoot, that's bad. Owie, okay. Dang. For the sake of copyright, we will not continue that stage, and we also won't anyway, because we are now Frogger. Oh, I love this frame rate of like 20. I don't know if that's actually overselling it or not. That's a ledge, isn't it? No? We can actually reach that. This is the best I've ever done on this stage, not gonna lie. I don't think I've ever gotten this far in this particular level. Like, no cap. Oh right, super hopping. Maybe jumping into like a late game stage is not the best strategy. Alright, how do you get over there? What is the super hop even for? I'm trying to figure out. You can also eat. I know there's also like a spiritual successor to Frogger. I forget the name of it though. Like something that was supposed to be like the style of Frogger, but then ended up being its own thing. But again, genuinely can't remember. Oh wait, we did unlock the bats. Let's just skip a tile. Ah, that would do it. I don't know. It looks like it just like stalls out. It gives you more points at the very least. Oh, awkward time to switch. At least I want to try to land the plane. That's all I want to do in this game, is land the dang plane. Never mind, we're Batman now. Wait, the code's wrong? I thought I put in right. Level 3? Oh. Is that it? Yep, that's it. I think I might skip too many levels, actually. But I think this is a vehicle. Nope. Might be stage 2 then, but anyway, either way. I don't think I've ever seen this stage, actually. I never got very far in this game. Like, this is decently robust for GBC. Like, again, I respect this kind of game. I don't think I'll ever beat the game, because it's hard as hell, but again, I respect it. It must be level 2 that's the vehicle stage. That must all be interconnected until the boss. And stage 2 must be something else. And I think you can play as the other characters too in select levels, like Batgirl, Nightwing, and Robin, I think do show up. Honestly, I do feel like portrayals of the Bat family are kind of underrated, because I feel like a lot of Batman media tends to like tunnel vision in on just Batman, which is something that does kind of bother me sometimes, where it's like I kind of prefer when they are able to focus on like the wider cast of characters. Yeah, the Batmobile might just be part of the previous stage. Like after you go through the Iceberg Lounge. Yeah, that's also an issue I have, is just Batman is so serious now. I remember watching a video somewhat recently on like Dark Knight kind of, you know, ruining the character, because then every portrayal tried to be the Dark Knight for a while, and then it obviously kind of hit its apex of being a problem with Batman v Superman. And then after that, we just kind of really lost out on, like, lighthearted Batman portrayals. I know the Wayne Family Adventures is apparently very good. Still have never looked into that. I don't know what happened there. I apparently beat this stage. I don't know what I did. Totally not biased because Brave and the Bold is Batman adaptation you have the fondest memory of. Brave and the Bold is really fun. I remember watching a lot of it. I never played the Way Forward game. I really should have, though. Because I actually really like Way Forward's output. You know, Shantae is the obvious one, but I think it was Way Forward at least. You know what? I can't believe I'm saying this, because, again, Kid Me did not have the best time with this game, but I think I understand Qbert now. Like, I think I got a flow state for this, kinda. As much as you can get a flow state during a shuffler, that is. Again, movement still very clunky. If I could move directly left or right and not use, like, the D-pad diagonals. Like, if I could just, you know, if it wasn't, you know... What's the word I'm looking for? If it wasn't isometric, I think I would be having a better time with it. But even then, I'm actually, like, kind of enjoying Qbert at the moment. Oh, that's for points, but also, I don't know if that summoned the enemies or if that was just a coincidence. Either way, not a fan. Mild stress. Okay, they're kind of moving in patterns. This isn't too bad. Yeah, Brave and the Bold is fun. Obviously, there's like Lego Batman also, but again, even like from what I gather, because again, I admittedly have not seen it, but like, you know, the animated series has mixes of both styles. Where it's like Batman isn't entirely serious, but also does have a lot more moments of like, you know, showing care for the people around him and for the city, while, you know, a lot of modern adaptations just kind of emphasize, you know, the crime fighting, you know, vigilante stuff more to the point of like losing, you know, the more noble side of the character. At least that's kind of my understanding. Again, I'm not like a comic expert by any means. In general, I lean more towards Marvel, but my other obvious issue with Marvel is how much of it just kind of ends up MCU adjacent in terms of like styling. Like, I don't like obviously the Square Enix Avengers game is like the obvious example, and even stuff like Rivals shows that like yeah, you can have a unique identity and still do like a Marvel thing, and it works for Rivals very well. I like how Rivals just very much, I don't even know what to do in this game. But yeah, like the MCU-ification of Marvel media on a wider scale is kind of my overall gripe with a lot of the MCU. Again, if you could just get Marvel media that didn't feel like the Insomniac Spider-Man games have their own issues, but I do feel like they do have the benefit of feeling very much their own thing.
Well, knock me over and call me deconstructed.
Why is this game so
But isn't
quiet?
Peppa the dude with the food. Listen, I've got good news and I've got better news. Which would you like to hear first?
I'm all ears.
The good citizens of Lego Island.
This isn't the one
donating
with
your
my
new
best
home.
line, that's actually... We're not getting to that at the rate this shuffler is
Citizens will
going.
Contribute a sturdy new Lego brick, but first you must deliver these delicious pizzas from Papa to the good people of Lego Island. Good luck.
Whoa! I mean, thank you, sir. I'm on it.
Yeah, Lego Island is interesting. This game is more story-driven than Lego Island 1. Button mapping is bizarre. Squares, jump, triggers and bumpers for camera. It's not the best feeling game, but like the first game is like first person and like sort of like a sandbox game. You just kind of go around exploring. There's a lot of like flavor text, not flavor text, but like flavor dialogue in the first Lego Island. Like random events can just happen, and it's actually really cool. Lego Island 2 being more of a linear story, and that goes for Island Extreme stunts as well, where it's like making it more level based. I almost feel like they should have gone more like open world, like sandboxy, and less like linear story. You ever notice how much he sounds like Kid Goku? Oh, I wouldn't know. I've never seen Dragon Ball. Yeah, again, I'm very impressed by this game. I don't know if I enjoy it, but I'm impressed by it. Again, the one game we really haven't seen at all is Wheel of Fortune. Beyond that, we've basically seen everything quite a healthy amount, I'd say. So I'm like, we're gonna hit another ad break really soon, so I'm probably gonna call it like pretty close to time. I'm gonna say like maybe 2 more shuffles after this, and then maybe we'll call it there, just to see if we can get the, you know, Wheel of Fortune or something else interesting. But I hope you enjoyed this. This was a neat little idea I had. I hope it was a neat idea at least, or, you know, fun, to watch me kind of mess around with games that, you know, one way or another left an impact on me. And again, we will definitely be tackling more games like this in the future, but, you know, long format. I kind of wanted to do a bunch of Game Boy Color and PS1 games because this was all kind of this same era, but also because next time I have a couple of plans to move on, actually to the GameCube. Because I went straight from NES to Game Boy Color to GameCube. Well, Game Boy Color to PS1 to GameCube. Oh, this jump is precise. So yeah, probably go on to GameCube. The problem is I don't know which game to do first. There are 2 I have in mind, which are Pikmin 1 and Super Mario Sunshine. Both are not going to be the most fun games to like complete, quote unquote, because I like playing Pikmin Deathless. Something I'd almost be curious in is there's like a mod that basically retools Pikmin 2 to play like Pikmin 1. Like basically add Pikmin 1 content into Pikmin 2, and it looks really cool, but I think I'd want to do a vanilla playthrough of 1 again before trying something like that, to at least form a comparison point. Sunshine, I would definitely just play the Switch version through All-Stars. I almost considered doing it today, because this is Mario Day. But I would have been skipping ahead of this thing I wanted to do, so I kind of wanted to do this first. At some point, for so far, I've been mainly sticking to my actual order of the games I grew up with. Like, you know, trying to generally stick to the right time, like the same time period with everything, to the point where it will lead to a lot of Mario, because like we have Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga and Thousand Year Door like potentially back to back. I might push Thousand Year Door to a separate time slot, essentially, for the sake of spreading out the RPGs for one thing, and also to do all the Paper Marios like for a series, like start with 64. But we'll see on that. Yeah, I think we've gotten a pretty healthy look at all these games. This was fun. This was neat to revisit some of these. Some of these, like Lego Racer here, we never even, like, finished a single race. Because we barely saw it, and again, a couple of them we just never saw, practically, like, very briefly. Yeah, this is the version I grew up with, unfortunately. I remember being on, like, a car ride and playing this version. A lot of these games I associate with, like, car rides and such. So yeah, GameCube next. Again, I have basically charted out this entire, like, series, with some exceptions. The big question on my mind is how to tackle, like, some games that are more sequential, like Xenoblade 2, like, should I do Xenoblade 1 first, even though it isn't one of my favorite games? But 2 and 3 are, but I feel like the context is important. So yeah, that's kind of... I'm weighing a lot of things with this series, but again, the main focus of this is I want to kind of let people... I like showing off games that I grew up with and have sentimental attachment to. Again, even though some of these games are definitely stinkers, I still have an attachment to them because I spent so much time playing them as a kid. Now, quality be damned. I still enjoyed playing through these a lot. Hey, look, we actually finished a race of this. I'm actually surprised. Genuinely. But yeah, to actually try to put together a ranking of all these games like I said it would. Again, I think Treasure Planet, Lego Island 2, Stuart Little 2... Those are probably my favorite of the ones in this set for the Shuffler, which is, like, not saying a lot, because a lot of these games are not very good. I think the 2 Toy Story games, Buzz Lightyear and Toy Story 2, I think are towards the bottom of the list. Again, I almost feel like I gained a bit of an appreciation for, like, Q*bert of all things, because I'm like, you know what, Q*bert actually, I don't think was as bad as I remember it being. I think I could actually get the hang of it if I devoted more time to it than for a stream like this. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. I hope everyone enjoyed this. We'll be back with more of my childhood favorites before too long. Might do some other things like a game clearing. Adam Sandler would be proud. I'm not entirely sure of that reference. Oh wait, oh no. I remember now. Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah. On that note, yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun. Again, it's been fun revisiting a lot of childhood games, showing them off. But again, now we're getting into some that are like interesting, because like Sunshine is one that I really love, but it is not an easy game to get into, so I'm curious to see how I can show off the game. Hopefully, won't have too much issue, but again, the main thing is, do I get the blue coins? Because I may relegate them. I don't know what to do with the blue coins, to be honest. Do I just go for a 96 star or Shine Run? That's kind of what I'm feeling right now. Maybe get the blue coins some other time, but for the sake of speediness, I might just focus on main shines. Yeah, and then Pikmin at some point. There's also like Star Wars Rogue Squadron, but that's also like a copyright issue, potentially. Plus, it's just like, I don't know how interesting it would be. It's like, you know, without the music, Star Wars, I don't know, it doesn't feel the same without music. Also, I'm almost tempted to do Rogue Squadron 1 for game clearing, because I've never actually finished it. As much as I love Rogue Squadron 2, I don't think I've ever finished Rogue Squadron 1. I played like 3 levels and stopped one time, because the PC version is very hard to work with. And then 64 emulation is still a hot mess, so emulating is not the easiest thing either. So yeah, I think that about wraps up this little stream for now. Thank you all for stopping by. As always, I hope you all had fun. I am tired. I am very fried, so I think I'm just gonna stop here for now. But again, I hope everyone has a good rest of their day. Hope everyone has a good evening. And next stream, I should mention, God, at some point I want to do 2 streams a week, but again, I just feel like I keep getting into like hangouts with friends to the point where I keep putting off streaming. So yeah, maybe a stream on Wednesday if I prioritize streaming over hanging out with friends for a little bit. Otherwise, next stream will definitely be on Monday for sure. In which case we'll be either continuing the favorites series, or alternatively, we could do a game clearing. But I don't know what I would do for game clearing in that case. So yeah, I need to make decisions. Again, I have a few ideas in mind for game clearing. It's not like I have 600 unfinished games or something. I take it back. I have almost exactly 750 unfinished games. So yeah, I have options. I'll figure that out on my own time. But yeah, I hope everyone has a good day, and I'll hopefully be back before too long with more streaming. Damn, that was a fast shuffle. But yeah, thank you all, and take care. Good night.